Hey there, Julia Rose here. I pray this finds you in divine alignment. I'm getting messages today for you from the chakra cards, and the first thing I was hearing was grounding and protection. Right now, the primary focus that your guides are redirecting you to is all of the little choices that you can be making moment to moment to realign your energy to the present. Specifically on the Patreon Dolores Cannon channeling tonight, she came through and brought up this need to pay more attention to how you're grounding energy and protecting your home. Specifically, grounding the energy in your home. Some of you might feel called to, if you have Reiki attunements, to cleanse the spaces that you're in, to cleanse your home and bless your home. Some of you might feel inclined to cleanse and clear your shoes. That's going to be a very, very powerful clearing technique for you to employ at this time. Some of you also are needing to offer small amounts of sage or Palo Santo incense, mugwort, mullein even, anything sacred, rosemary, eucalyptus, lavender, cedarwood, or even the resin incense. Something that you can offer as smoke, bless with your intentions, and set the sacred tone of your space. This is important to do regularly. And you would also find great benefit from adding selenite crystals with black tourmaline in the four corners of each room. It doesn't have to be a large piece, but something that is significant to you. This was actually recommended especially with the black tourmaline crystal, also in windowsills and above doorways, by a dear client, Tina. And so I wanted to share that all with you. She's found very effective results with it, and I look forward to trying that. So, funny enough, I was trying to get multiple messages for you today with these cards, chakra cards, cute. And all I was hearing, grounding, protection, grounding and protection. And I said, okay. And the card that came out was grounding the chakras. It reads, music and free expression with dance is a great way to recharge and harmonize your chakras. Dance freely to awaken your inner self. Don't worry about any outside influence other than your own feelings in this moment. Once you have tried this out, lie down and notice, Notice how inspired and harmonious you feel. No noise after that. No nonsense either. Like the peace that washes over you from releasing all that energy. That's also very balancing for your root and sacral chakras. But those are generally the chakras that need the most grounding. What else do you need to know? What other messages can we get for you today with the... You can't make this up. It says balancing the sacral chakra. I'll read it. Imbalances in this chakra can lead to bladder and kidney problems, circulation problems, and migraine. Problems, but it says migraines. Excessive energy in this chakra can lead to aggression and manipulative and overindulgent tendencies. A deficient of energy in this chakra can lead to guilt, distrust, and resentment. There are many ways to bring balance to this chakra. Dancing is one of them. Then we have a couple of crown chakra cards and a third eye card. It says, you're being, Sahasrara. Your attention is being brought to your crown chakra at this time. This is also mirroring the migraines coming from, or brought to the attention of your guides in this message with the sacral chakra card. Yes, it says, we got a second chakra card here, crown chakra card here. I'm fumbling over this because it's my first time working with this deck, and it's a very unique system. So it says, Sahasrara. This is the 7th and final chakra in our body system. This chakra relates to our higher selves and the realization that everything is connected at a fundamental level. This can seem intimidating for beginners, but with practice, the energy of this chakra becomes stronger and can help you build a deeper connection to the realm of the divine. And I'm feeling also that you're having very strong third eye activations, but very strongly merged with your crown downloads. Wow. And we have an affirmation for your third eye. I am confident in my ability to make my life work. I am confident in my ability to make my life work. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Strengthening the root chakra. Ooh, yeah, really massive download in my left ear. Again, with the grounding, it's an activity. If you struggle with sitting meditation, you could try walking meditations. Mindful walking can help to deepen your connection to the earth through your body. You could try mindful walking on grass, sand, or dirt while barefoot to recharge your energy with the earth. This can also mean spending more time in nature and reconnecting with the earth. I want to come back to this third eye affirmation here. And it feels like a lot of you are having bouts of emotion rise to the surface right now that are cleansing you in ways that seem unfamiliar. Sometimes when you're triggered or sad, you know what you're crying about, but it feels like, or whatever you're angry about, whatever the emotion is. I feel like this time it's kind of the emotion comes first and the realization happens after. Yes, there's a lot of intimidation that you've been feeling. Some of you are feeling intimidated by your power. Some of you intimidated by the visions you have and the goals you have that you want to see to fruition. There's nothing to worry about. And the more you become intentional about grounding into the present moment, the easier it is for you to stay focused. To stay focused on what it is that you really desire. If anything, I'm seeing you're having even more realizations about this now. There's a lot that's opening up for you. And it's interesting because I have a kind of a sister deck, the palm reading cards. I just thought they were fun. So we'll see what messages are coming out here for you. This feels primarily career and finance related. So maybe some of you are undergoing shifts in your workplace, or you're looking for a new job. Yeah, a couple cards that flew out here. The Mountain of Luna, number 14, number 13 and 14, says, the Mount of Luna. This mount should be firm to the touch and denotes a strong and creative imagination. If this is the dominant mount, you are a daydreamer. A high mount shows a strong interest in travel. And the Mount of Jupiter. Look to see if this area of your palm has a raised part of flesh. This indicates you are confident and aspiring. You set goals and achieve them. You strive for growth and balance. I'll hold these up. So that feels fitting about the shift in your career. and also about the downloads that you've been getting that have been activating your third eye and your crown, but also almost triggering your sacral chakras to bring things up and out. So as you're feeling highly activated at this time, and you're also feeling how activated everyone is around you on Earth right now, your grounding becomes that much more important. It becomes that much more valuable to focus on what really matters to you and what brings you peace. Because when you are peaceful, you're powerful. Your words carry influence. So, crown chakra, something about your crown chakra keeps coming through. Let me see. Okay, they want the final rose tarot. I think perhaps some of you have felt what's the word? Afraid of being seen differently for having a different perspective on things. You're so heavily invested in the spiritual side of life that it feels like maybe some people in your space and in your life are not really understanding how you're approaching material life. Does that make sense? Like perhaps you're not very vocal on social media or within your friend group about the political state of the world, but this is still something that you take time to do research on and stay informed about. It just feels like the people that are perceiving you right now are not seeing the full narrative that you carry. Like they're choosing to just see one side of you because that's the side of you that helps you remain balanced in all other areas of your life. Does that make sense? Your spiritual practices are grounding you, so naturally when you're dysregulated, you're going to be seeking things that help to nourish you and keep you balanced, keep you steady. Especially for those of you who that kind of steadiness is something that you've worked towards for a very, very, very long time. It has been a real commitment, a genuine practice. So, what is it that your guides wanted to communicate to you through the final rose tarot? Okay, on the other hand, I'm feeling that some of you are being called right now to bridge your spiritual and material lives into some sort of, I'm hearing for some of you, political activism. For others of you, it's a way of making your spiritual ideals, your spiritual values and practices very explicitly, materially applicable. What do I mean by that? Well, how are you engaging in conversations about Donald Trump right now and all the horrific things that he's doing in the United States? Is that something that you go out of your way to talk about? Is that something you don't go out of your way to talk about? Is it something that you feel like people are judging you because you're not weighing in on those conversations? Or are you judging you for focusing on God and praying to God for the healing of the earth and for the highest outcome of all? It seems that God right now is creating this shift in not just political consciousness, but also spiritual consciousness to vocalize and activate light workers to use their voices, vocalizing that there is a perspective that will actually create balance. And ultimately, you understand your spirituality as the way you treat people, as a mirror of how you reflect on yourself, how you treat yourself. So I'm seeing like really massive conversations taking place in your life right now. Very important and distinguishing conversations. I'm hearing that some of you have a voice that you don't know how to use, or that you thought you didn't know how to use. Maybe in the past, people have shamed you for not being smart enough, or not being able to learn the way that other people learn. When there's nothing wrong with having a unique way of doing things, if it still gets you where you're trying to go. Your voices have been activated. And I see a lot of you engaging in volunteer work, contributing and volunteering with charitable organizations. I see a lot of you pivoting in respect to how you use your time. Not just your time, but your voice. The steadier you become in your body, the easier it is for you to speak up and speak out about the things that are important to you. Now, this is not only in the cases of politics. This is also in the cases of your relationships and how you connect with people, whether people see and hear you or they don't. But I see there's a shift in your consciousness where you're not afraid to create a spiritual political argument. Does that make sense? It feels like I'm pulling things together. It's like you're pulling together all of the pieces of the puzzle. And pretty soon you're going to have the language. It's formulating in your subconscious to be able to bring everything together the exact way that you want to articulate things. And for some of you also, this is about letting go of control. Controlling how other people react to you when you speak. Control over how people react to you by saying certain things or not saying certain things. How private or public you are. For some of you, it's deeper than that. It's like your entire life you were one way and now something's shifting. At a quantum level, your entire being is shifting to elevate and raise your voice because of how present in your body you are, because of everything that you've learned. It's never been a detriment of the light worker to have so many fleeting interests, they call them, right? Fleeting interests, but in reality, you take what you need. And you know when you don't need something from a certain place or a certain study anymore. There's nothing wrong with that. First comes speaking up about these things. Next is aligning your actions, infusing your spiritual values with your everyday actions. All of them. What is really in alignment with you? What is genuinely your highest timeline? What can you be doing right now that would make you proud of the person that you are and that you wish to be? Moment by moment, case by case, day by day. This is a very radical shift. It's not actually radical, it just feels that way to you. And maybe to a past version of yourself it would be radical. But everything builds up. You are being moved to use your voice. And even more than use your voice, to trust your voice. That's amazing. It's truly incredible. The way that I'm seeing your aura and energy body expand in your capacity to handle and transmute energy. It's like your guides are putting an amp on your throat chakra, turning it all the way up. What a powerful message. Very powerful. Just like you. All right. If this resonated with you, let me know. And if you're curious about anything that I have to offer, all the links are in the description box below. That's quite a variety of things, so do check it out. It'll only take a moment. All right. I'll see you in the next one.